remember that story of Greeks fighting the Trojans? What a genius trick Odysseus pulled on them with a Trojan horse. A bunch of Greeks managed to enter and conquer Troy, a powerful, a great city. Oh, and the Trojans never saw that coming. There were many battles before, but it was the Trojan horse, this disruptive innovation, that changed the course of history. Hopefully, creative genius learned something from that story.
So, is there anything more before we go?
Actually, yes. I have been waiting until everyone has left the room to tell you some news that I find very interesting. You see, the big three record companies have managed to shut down Napster and Kazaa. And
MP3 downloading platforms?
Exactly. And I really think that there is an opportunity over there. What do you believe?
That's very interesting. I mean, think of what great lengths the internet users go just to download the music they want. And think what a revolution could happen if Apple would provide the users with what they need.
Do you have anything in your mind?
Good morning. I have great news.
Good morning, just a second, I want to send this email.
Oh, really, this cannot wait. It's the court's decision.
Really, regarding?
Napster, Kazaa, LimeWire are out of the game.
Is this for real? You're not kidding me, right?
No.
Please tell me the final verdict.
Well, they're all forced to shut down, and we have to pay millions.
These are amazing news.
Are you satisfied?
Of course I'm satisfied. You know how many nights this have kept me awake. This is what happens to people that they can think that they can change how the system works.
Our efforts were not in vain, after all.
Of course, now with all these amateurs out of the way, we can concentrate on recovering our lost sales. You know, in the beginning I was a little bit anxious if justice will work on this man. But finally, justice worked. This verdict totally confirms what I was saying all this time to you, that we are Sony and such legal actions cannot touch us.
So now we can get back to business as usual.
Exactly, back to business as usual.
You know, Tim, I was thinking, why risk being caught downloading music illegally? It doesn't have to be this way. And what if we could find a way for this to be done legally? You know, the era of the CD albums is diminishing. MP3s and digital downloads are a reality, and we cannot close our eyes to this. The users are downloading single tracks, one by one, because this is what they need. And this is how we could democratize music. I mean, think about it. It's not fair to pay $15 to buy a whole CD album, while the only thing you want to listen to is just one track. And the MP3 technology gives us the opportunity to offer to our customers single tracks at a fair price.
So what are you telling me is basically that we will unbundle the CD. We will unbundle the entire album. That's something totally new in the entire music market. People will only listen to the tracks that they really want. That's marvelous.
Well, news is great, no doubt on this. But is there a chance that we might be underestimating what happened here? I mean, there was a great interest from the audience. Could this even mean that the market needs are changing?
Market needs are changing. Is this something that you're not telling me? Do you have any research from your department?
Look, don't get me wrong. I have no solid data on this. Every market research still places us on top, and we still have a very loyal customer base.
So where's the problem? I don't understand.
I'm just thinking out loud.
Samantha, you know who we are. This is Sony. When I first came here, I was amazed by what this company has achieved in the music industry. And I have this deep belief that no one can ever touch us. And this court decision that you told me this morning is the strongest evidence of that.
Let me recap everything. What we will offer is an integrated solution for every user worldwide. We will make music available to everyone. This is something that no one has ever done yet. But more importantly, people will only pay for the tunes that they really like.
Tunes? You said tunes, right? I like the word you used. We could build a media platform and call it iTunes. Let me tell you. Our customers will use iTunes to listen to the music they want.
Not only listen, through this platform, the users will store their favorite music, organize it, and of course download it.
That's brilliant. A complete media management platform.
Exactly.
And of course, we will bundle it with every Apple product. But I was thinking, what if we were to make a small device where our customers could upload their entire music library, carry it with them, and play the music that they want? Something small, something like a pod where you put your music in.
Pod? We will call it iPod.
Brilliant! You're on fire, Tim. How did you come up with such an innovative word? I'm amazed. I mean, think about it. Think of a punchline. iPod. It's easy, it's simple, it's out.
Okay, we did manage to get them out of our way. But the demand for digital downloading just exists. It was proven. A huge part of the audience embraced it. And what if somebody finds a way to legalize it?
Samantha, you know who we are. We are Sony. We indeed recognize this trend, and this is why we went from tape to CD to MP3. And I don't know why you're still forgetting Walkman. Based on the statistics, it's the first in sales MP3 player. So we are digital.
Okay, we did all that. But is it enough? If it was, why did they go for Napster?
Because they existed. Now they're gone. And even if they were still here, can you imagine Britney go sign up with them? Should I go here? Oh, you should better
Oh, come on now. It seems like you have built a wall around the Sony brand name that does not allow you to see what's going on besides of it.
This is not the case here. I'm realistic. Let's be realistic. This is Sony. We have a specific vision, and we are on top for all these years. We will continue with the same vision for the next 20, 50, 100 years, because this is how the system works. And at the end of the day, if someone thinks that they have a better solution than us, let them try to breach our walls.
Steve, we have some very good ideas here. An exciting vision, but not much. Have you thought of the problems, the difficulties, the consequences that might occur implementing such a massive plan? The other side has an already established brand, a huge one. They have Walkman. They have signed all the artists with them. All the big names could back them up whenever they want. What do we have? We don't even have the market share to back up your plan. How's it going to work? Tell me. How?
Walkman. Market share?
Market share.
Why are we thinking such trivial things?
I'm not
We are thinking of disrupting the whole music industry here. The need for single tracks is profoundly demonstrated. And you know what? Our users may not know exactly what they want, but it is Apple's job to teach them. Come on, you know the saying, the best way to predict the future is to invent it.
Steve, don't get me wrong, honestly. I really believe that we have something great here in our hands. But give me something. Give me some solid facts. How? How are we going to reach all those customers that you are basing the strategy upon? How?
I have to give you that. You have a point there. In order to succeed in such a massive plan, we need to have access to every house we can. But why don't we think outside of the box as we always do? What's the biggest software vendor out there?
Microsoft.
Exactly. Through Microsoft's system, with Apple and Microsoft, we could get to every user out there. Microsoft collaboration and Microsoft compatibility. This would give us a huge edge. You know what? I'll probably call Bill Gates tomorrow and arrange a meeting. What do you think?
Microsoft and Apple. Apple and Microsoft together were the whole market.
That's what I've been saying.
That's brilliant!
There you go.
Only you could pull it off, calling Bill. And you know what? If you manage to persuade him and we close this deal, then this could be Apple's Trojan horse to the music industry.
Let me now take you really back in time, when no iPod or iTunes or even electricity existed. It is the 13th century BC, when the madness of the Trojan War is at its peak. And here is Agamemnon, who, due to his big ego, loses his most valuable asset. The battles are evolving, but Achilles is not on board. What have you done, Agamemnon? What have you done? I hope no one follows your lead.
Enter.
Good morning, Miss Edison.
Good morning, Charlotte.
I'm here for your morning briefing.
Okay, go on.
In the experiment with a new dynamo, we are progressing very well.
Good.
As soon as we have the first measurements, I will inform you.
Excellent.
There is something more. In the experiment 2023, we have some issues with the new coils tested.
2023. Oh, problems, problems, problems. Do I have to figure out everything? You know, I've really had to run an experiment 1,000 times to get the prototypes running. Where is Tesla?
Tesla? I think he's in his lab, and he's currently working on the alternating current.
On the alternating current?
Yes,
Again!
so he said.
You know, Charlotte,
Yes, sir.
I've been an inventor all my life. I have given devices to people such as the light bulb, the phonograph, the motion picture camera. I have given power to people's homes. I have electrified Manhattan using direct current, made huge investments on it. And yet Tesla keeps coming back with his ideas of alternating current. Can't you see that alternating current is dangerous, uncontrollable, not tested?
Mr. Edison,
Yes.
is the alternating current really so dangerous?
Hush, Charlotte, of course it is. What is he trying to do? Is he trying to put people at risk? Is he trying to put my reputation at risk? Innovation, Mr. Tesla, is all about trial and error. It's 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. It's not theories and calculations. I've had to test something 10,000 times to see that it doesn't work, to find the one that does work.
But Mr. Edison, Nikola told me that it will soon be possible to replace all other currents with the alternating current.
Oh, Nicola told you. Nicola told you. What is he trying to do? Is he trying to outplace me and my achievements? Get him in my office now.
Right away, Mr. Edison. Nicola,
Yes, Charlotte.
Edison wants to see you.
Oh, how is he?
Arrogant and dogmatic as always. If his arrogance could be turned into electricity, it could light up the whole world.
Right, you are, Charlotte. Let me take my notes. Thank you. Mr. Edison, you wish to see me?
Yes, Tesla, I did. I hear that you keep working on your ideas on how to power people and your alternating current. I really do not appreciate people working for me, not contributing to my purpose.
But the purpose should be to give power to the world in a more efficient way.
And are you saying that direct current is not efficient?
My calculations prove
I
that
don't care about your calculations, Tesla.
5 years in the most esteemed university in Europe and
I
yet you are
don't
not...
care about your academic records either, Tesla. This is business, this is money, this is my reputation we're talking about.
Mr. Edison, this is about science. My theory on alternating current can prove that we can transfer power more efficiently to more remote areas without the need of building a factory every couple of miles and using cables as thick as my arm. With smaller cables, dynamos that do not break down every once in a while, we can even transfer higher voltage.
But higher voltage is dangerous, Tesla. Do you want to kill people?
It is not dangerous, it is safe. Here, my calculations prove it. Take a look. I only need time to build the prototype that I have visualized in my head.
I've had enough of you, Tesla. I've really had enough of you. I'll tell you what. If you achieve what you say you can achieve, I will give you $50,000.
What?
You heard me.
Mr. Edison, I don't know what to say. I will work day and night for this, and I know that together we can light up the world.
Off to work then.
Oh, hi, Charlotte.
Nicola, how did it go?
Well, I think this time I got through to him.
Great news.
Finally, the prototype is ready. I know now that Edison will see the benefits of alternating current.
Mr. Edison,
Yes?
Tesla wants to see you.
Oh, what now?
I don't know, sir.
Just call him in.
Right away, Mr. Edison. Nicola,
Yes, Charlotte?
Edison is waiting for you.
Oh, that's right.
Let me help you. Yes.
It's a big day for me today,
Good luck.
but I think I'm ready. Mr. Edison, I have now proved that alternating current is far more superior than direct current. Here, take a look at my drawings.
Okay, Tesla, we'll review your idea later.
What do you mean later? This is the revolution we've talked about. We spent months.
What revolution, Tesla? Who do you think you're talking to?
You never appreciated my concept because it proves you wrong. Anything else but direct current is just too small for you, isn't it? I know where this is going. We will never align on this. Just give me the $50,000 that you promised and I will go away.
The what? The what?
What do you mean?
That was a joke, my Serbian friend. But I guess you have to be a full-fledged American to understand an American joke.
What is the meaning of this? We made a deal. A deal is a deal. You have to pay what you have promised.
Well, since you are a bright scientist, I give you that. This is what I'm willing to offer you. A raise.
What is this? This is how you evaluate my knowledge? This is how you put a price on my prototype? With $10 raise per week? Arrogance blinds you, Edison.
Now careful, Tesla.
We could change the world together. We could put light in every household. We could become legends. And yet, you want to start a war. Well, I'll give you a war. Mark my words. The war of currents.
Sometimes, even gods take bad decisions and have conflicting interests. Imagine if you could decide on life or death. What kind of divine criteria would you use? Zeus decided to spare Achilles and sacrifice Hector to keep the rest of his gods satisfied. He didn't even think of Hector's poor father, Priamus. You could imagine there are no gods today to take such decisions. Or are there?
Yes, Robert. Yes. We will launch as planned in 2 months. You should not worry. Yes, the project team is on its way. I will keep you in the loop, Robert. Bye now. Where are they?
They should be coming.
Gentlemen, you are late.
Apologies, but no. We come straight from the meeting with the engineering team for our new Ford Pinto model, and the news are really bad. The results of the crash test just came out, and we're in serious trouble. Here, see for yourselves.
Indeed, we're in trouble. As you know, we have to launch in less than 2 months.
What exactly is the problem?
Well, Pinto's fuel system is actually defective. If the car gets hit on the back, it might very easily explode.
This was only to be expected. Cut down on costs, cut down on the materials, cut down on time. No one has ever done that before. Design and produce a car in only 2 years.
And I assume you blame me. me for putting pressure on you to launch before competition, right?
No, I'm just saying that we have to find a solution.
So what do? Do we freeze the production?
Absolutely not.
And then how are we going to make it in such a short time?
What I see here is a very serious problem. I'm sure we can find a concrete solution. So let's think, what are the options?
Obviously, we have two options. Either fix the problem or not launch at all.
Not launching is not an option. So let's see some real numbers.
Well, if we want to fix Pinto, it will cost us roughly $100 per case to do so. On the other hand, if we freeze the production,
Should I repeat that not launching is not an option?
Liane is right. Not launching right now is a bad decision. Imagine all the bad reputation if this leaks out in the press. However, I'm just looking at our profit margin estimations here, and based on what I hear, the cost of fixing Pinto is actually something that we can absorb.
You may think so, but the shareholders will not be happy. And it's our mission to protect their interest. You should never forget that.
Guys, I'm a little confused. If we're deciding to launch, we are not supposed to fix a problem. What are the options we have?
Well, think about it. What if we do nothing?
Nothing?
Absolutely nothing. We launch as planned, and we see how that goes.
Wait a minute. This is a defect that can actually get people injured. Do you understand the consequences, right?
Of course I understand the consequences. And yes, there may be injuries. But we need to estimate the cost of any possible accident. And by any, I really mean any kind of accident. So gentlemen, have you done any useful homework?
According to our estimation, we're gonna assume a cost of $1.5 million just for damaged cars.
let me put that down.
And what if we do have injuries?
Well, we've done some estimations for that as well, just in case.
And
I have estimated that 180 burn injuries will take place. This will cost us roughly $67,000 per case. Therefore, the final number is 12 million.
People, are we seriously discussing about it? No one else thinks this is wrong? And what is next? Are we going to estimate the cost of somebody get burned inside Pinto?
if we have to, we will. And having said that, Bob, do you have any estimates?
I'm not prepared for something like this. I would never see that coming. I don't have any numbers with me right now.
We really don't have all day, you know.
A rough estimation would be anything from $50,000 to $500,000, but this is
For God's sakes! How can you put the price on human life? This is not just steels and wheels we are talking about here. Those are actual people. This is how much you evaluate your own life? And you, why don't you put an end to this nonsense?
I think that this is enough. This is a very serious decision. We need to take today. Would you like to be the one to tell the news to the shareholders, maybe? Well, I didn't think so. So please, let's get back to business. I'm sure there should be some kind of official reference we can cite for this number.
There is. We can use what is proposed by the Traffic Safety Administration,
And that number would be?
$200,000 per life.
Unbelievable! And how many of our customers are we expected to sacrifice for your profit?
My profit? My profit? It is not about my profit, it's about Ford's company's profit. And you know what? I would for sure not use the word sacrifice. I understand we may have losses. I don't know, 100, 200 people. Help me out here.
180. It's a reasonable number.
Okay. 180 it is. Do the maths for me. And while you're at it, remind us how much it would cost us to fix this bloody car.
What did we do? This should have not been a decision based on numbers only. Imagine all those people. Are we pretending to be gods, deciding who lives or dies?
All rise. Department 1 of the Superior Court is now in session. Judge McDaniel presiding.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Calling the case of the people of the state of California against Ford Motor Company. We are ready to proceed with the closing arguments in the Ford Pinto case. Counselor of Defense, are you ready for your final statement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Please step forward.
Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, throughout the proceedings of this trial, we have examined the case of the people of the state of California versus the Ford Motor Company. And what have we found exactly? It is a fact that there has been a tragic accident. It is a fact that the life of a young man was lost. However, we demonstrated that it is a fact that Ford cannot be entirely blamed for this accident. Ford cannot be entirely blamed for the fact that the young man was driving recklessly. Ford cannot be blamed for the fact that the young man had a history of car crashes. Well, maybe one in the past, but this constitutes as a history. Ford cannot be blamed for the fact that the crash was so severe, any car would burst into flames, regardless of car make. However, Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, in order to soothe Mrs. Ulrich's pain, as much as this can be achieved, the Ford Motor Company has decided to give a compensation of $2 $100,000, an unprecedented amount in the history of US car makers, an amount that is exceeding all estimations by insurance companies. Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, it is the Ford Motor Company's belief that this is a fair and just reward. Thank you.
Counsel of Defense, you may step down.
One moment, please. I've been standing here, listening to these explanations. You keep discussing about numbers and the history of Ford. I cannot even understand what you're saying. All I know is I lost my boy, my only child. You want to compensate me and you offer me money? How could you ever think that you can cover the loss of my son? How dare you? Tell me, did anyone care to prevent this from happening? Oh, jury, they could have. Did anyone for a moment think to lose some money in order to save a life, even a single one? I came here in front of you with all the strength left in me, asking only one thing from you, the truth. Tell me, how did you come up with this number that you are offering me? How much is the value of my 20-year-old son for you? How could you put a price on his life? Give me one number for each one of the years that he lost, for each moment he won't be here.
They say that time heals. The point is to allow it to teach us as well. All the way from bad leadership styles, unconceivable ethics, or disruptive innovations, history repeats itself. And what we call random, it may just be patterns we cannot decipher. Those who do not learn from their past are condemned to repeat it.